I don't know if I'm on right now, but if I am, I'm gay. I'm kidding. Thank you for joining, if you've already joined. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my Discord once again. Everyone. I'm sorry if you guys get that at everyone every once in a while. Jeez, God, you guys came in fast. What's up? Alright, so earlier I was playing, and it was kind of funny.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others.
And I fucked around. I followed his directions,
Just a matter of time.
He got mad that I didn't follow his directions, and then I killed myself.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want to see what happens if I like...
Yes.
What a beautiful room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open
I've never
door on his left.
I've never taken... I can take that over there, but I really don't want to. I think it's so boring.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten
this
off
game
on...
is so funny. It was so ahead of its time.
I realize that investing your trust in someone...
I know, Elias, I'm sorry.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Woo!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yep,
Are you
bitch.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
This
prove
game
it.
is so
Let me
funny.
prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Hey, Skyass, hey. You're even
Perhaps you
sexier.
misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I didn't.
I still don't think we're communicating
What?
properly. All right,
Bitch!
fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
What is this?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I don't want to take it. What?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
What? Worldwide leaderboard. Huh? $30 seconds? Where am I? You were objectively ranked 9328. I might not ask some friends for some help. What?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Fuck you.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on. And now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
Hey, thank you.
Let me boot it up.
It's a pretty good shirt. Someone gave it to me. It was a gift from a person that I dearly love.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. You do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's not, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out.
I'm done.
It's over.
Wait!
Thank you for playing.
Wait!
It was extremely valuable.
I've never done this.
Hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh my god, so funny.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I'll only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own
Hey guys, I'm finally playing
inadequacy.
Minecraft.
Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
No. I want out. I want out of here.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Okay. What the fuck?
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
No.
Even the diamonds
I went out.
won't save this one.
I went out.
Okay, new game.
New game? What the fuck? Oh my god. Man, Evis is getting wrecked inside this chat. My Minecraft account is almost 7 years old. Where am I?
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me. Oh, it's inspiring. inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Okay. I had to be brought food. Cause I'm lazy. What am I doing? Oh. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Ooh. Thank you.
Genius.
Ooh, I am a genius. Thank you.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're any...
Wee! Wait, where am I? Dude, I've never gone across this route, so this is really new to me. Oh, no! What did I do? Wait, it's still going? What did I do to the game? I'm a little spooked. It's like a maze now. I don't... Is this legal? I'm just gonna eat my fry. I found it. I found the way. Dude, I'm hungry too. I've been waiting for food all day. What is this? Did I break the game? Where am I? You guys ever had canes before? I mean, I feel like most of you are from the EU, so I feel like you've never heard of that. What?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
That's why I'm not in a chat right now, John.
That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
This guy's creeping me out.
I can wait.
Yeah, John fucking scared the shit out of me. It scared me. I didn't expect it to happen. What? Okay.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
What's with this random
Maybe,
car?
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered
kicked me out
this,
of Minecraft,
he began to make other strange
Minecraft just wasn't the
observations.
game for him.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Huh?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
He yelled.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
I know.
I suppose
I enjoy
I'll
listening
wake up
to it.
soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself, being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Why was that so long?
Of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Am I though? Oh no!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What? He just killed me.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
It's always been a mukbang channel.
This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That was so bad. Owie. Everything's back to normal.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Chicken place.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
And now, I'm finished. Now I just have water. I don't drink soda. How much did I go through here? Nope, that didn't work. Both. Chicken tendies.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
And fried.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
French
Stanley
fries.
decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. I can't go to the executive bathroom. What's wrong with drinking it with the straw? I've always drinking my water without a straw. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
5482.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would...
Hold on, there's one thing I can do. There's freedom ending. Cold feet. Wait. Oh wait, I forgot.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Okay, let's see where to go. Ah! Fuck. I only drink water through the straw because, like, that's how they gave it to me, so. Elias, I feel the same way.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Come on, let me out.
This question would not go unanswered.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this route. It gets really boring. I think I might actually do the route where, like...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Bye-bye. This is one of my favorite ones.
In order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Can I? Oh, fuck, I have to.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
God, I love this story.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley. Okay. I just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh, dude, you need to start hydrating yourself all the time. If you don't hydrate yourself, you a little bitch.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think I know what I'm gonna do.
When Wait, what? No. I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
This tastes like garbage.
Change. Stanley, did you change anything when we were
Just
back
a
in that
bunch of
room with all the
triggered babies.
monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley, let's find the story.
Alright, buddy. Here we go. You're all just talking to yourselves. I want out. What? Hey, drinking from a straw, drinking from your PP, drinking from anywhere is fine. I mean, as long as you're drinking water, right?
There was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I love this game. CBT? What's CBT? I'm gonna look up CBT now. What? Oh, let it drink water from a straw unless
All of his
water bottle.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I broke the story.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. I mean, there's something wrong with drinking water with only a
I
mouth.
knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What the fuck?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Hey, this is gonna sound so weird, but I only drink.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Bye-bye.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
He just fucking gives up. I've never seen an issue with drinking with the straw. I only like
See?
I drink
where the story is. It's over in
Taco
this
Bell. Like I
direction.
go to places
Onward,
just to
Stanley,
try out
to
their
destiny.
just to try out their
Who'd
shit.
have thought? Wouldn't wherever
their water.
we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
I mean, that's just
Or
how
to
I
put it
am.
another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being
Is it just
via
a
the very
circle?
manifestation of the nature
they
of
on
life
some next
itself?
level, like-
Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Oh, okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Oh, no. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Hey, I have to be a good streamer, you know?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ooh, you're right. I would really like to go this way. Let's go.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Have you noticed that, like, every single time he mentions anything that has to do about this, it says trademark?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right...
Hey, I don't know about me being dummy thick.
Taking the right door lead us to where we're going. And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
I can't even go to the...
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
A gender bent version of me? Why?
So, okay.
I mean, go for it.
Just wait. You know,
I better have some.
I suppose in some way
though.
that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey.
Hey, King Big Bird, what's up?
They're saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
What was that? Was that it?
All of his co-workers were gone.
That was
What
it?
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
King Bird just kind of like died.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 opened, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it.
I'm never gonna
perfectly
go.
well.
I'm never gonna do the
Perhaps
whole
he
story.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
The whole
just
story's
to
kind of
remark
boring.
it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fuck you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I think this part's funny.
I'm not your enemy.
This ending, I think, is funny.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
No! Ooh!
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Alright, so tell me,
You need
should
to
I
be
pick
one
up the
to do
phone?
this, to
Or should
reach
I
out to
leave?
her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Should I pick up the phone? Come on, I need your guys' answers here. Come on, boys. What's something that I should do right now? Okay, pick it up? Okay.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice.
Alright,
How
bye,
did you do
Alias.
that?
I'll talk to you later.
You actually
Have a good
chose
night.
incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in.
Alright, for anyone that's
Somehow-
right here right now, that's new, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a link to my Discord. Please join if you would like.
Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
I love this
Well,
game.
I won't
It's
have
so
that kind of
funny.
risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
Choice.
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this
And this one.
nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike
know,
here,
man.
the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? Practice. Alright, what am I practicing, dude?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and
Dude, this game is
problems are
so
materially
funny.
insignificant.
Every
And the
single time I
feeling
play it,
should
I feel like I
subside.
find something new.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Alright, everybody, so what we're telling you to do today is, okay, what the
Welcome back.
fuck?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and
Okay.
see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Yes, sir. He's gating me out.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
I can't even
Story
jump
would
off.
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets.
I'm actually, I
worse.
really want to get a,
Unfortunately, it seems this
like
place
a,
is not well
what is it
equipped
called?
to
Like a
deal
capture
with
card,
reality.
so I can actually just like I have Switch games, and I do want to play my Switch games on here one day, as well as like some of the PS4 games that I have. Cause oh my god, I think it'll be so funny. Dude, he's making me go back. I can't do anything.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have
Copy
resolution
nut.
once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What should be in YouTube Rewind?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead
I have,
and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I have Breath of the Wild, and I also have a few other games. I want to get Owlboy, and I want to play that on stream, on Twitch, though.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that?
I'm never
What did you
saying the
think was
N-word.
so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage?
I'm not allowed to.
It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility
fuck,
forever.
dude?
I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
What's the
answer?
answer?
What do I do? What do I do?
God, this game is so funny.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game
No,
down.
no, 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 no.
I have to.
No, 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 no.
I have to.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No! Woo! I'm alive. Am I alive? The Switch may or not become a novelty soon, to be honest.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
He knows.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him
Hey,
to.
Sylphid,
He
what's up, man?
understands that if I say to do something,
Hey.
there's a damn good
How are you
reason
doing
for
today,
it.
man?
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Don't close on me. No!
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why is it blocked off? He's really giving me no choice here. Oh, it's still broken.
Inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Y'all see that shit?
Surely behind
Y'all
this
see that
door lay
shit?
all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability,
Y'all see that
he
shit?
knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer
Y'all seeing
just
this
last
shit?
week. Night Shark 115.
He's gonna fucking
Was
kill
this
me.
the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Night Shock
He drew a
115.
sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shock 115. Little bitch. Did it work? It does not work?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
How do I do that? Night Shock 115. Do I just sound like a retard?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
I think I might be a
speak the
retard.
code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
He's so fucking mad.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing.
No,
for your
Max isn't
respect.
picking me up soon.
The
He's,
kind of respect
I'm
Stanley
driving
shows
there.
for his choices.
I'm driving
he
to his
knows
house.
what it means to take a story seriously.
I'm gonna stop
If you
streaming,
didn't want to see what I had to show
at
you,
7:30.
then why did you
We're in
come
about
here?
20
You
minutes.
had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is that me?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Is everything
all
alright?
right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Dude, this sounds so sad.
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Why does it feel so bad? Yeah, no, he's still getting plowed by the copyright system. It's really lame.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
What
simply
the
missed a memo.
fuck? Where am I?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Whiteboard ending. Console. Bark? How do I do bark? How do I do that? Bark, bark. How do I open up the console? Fucking 2 scoops. That's bullshit. Don't do that to me. How do I do it? How do I do console bark? How do I open up console in this game? How to open console in Stanley Parable. Set launch. Wait. Wait, what? That's so weird. I can't just. No, I know. I tried to do tilde. It's not working. I tried using the apostrophe or the tilde, and it's like, it doesn't work. You have to actually like open up the game. How do I? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find this whiteboard ending. Whiteboard ending Stanley Parable. It doesn't do anything? Oh. So there's nothing to it. If I put it into the console, every single time I press this, that little keyboard sound you hear, it's just gonna bark.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna beat the game. I did. I tried tab 2. It didn't work.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Come on, Evis. Come on, John. Both one of you gotta go to bed.
Stanley decided to go up to his... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I feel like I'm still playing a broken game.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Fuck.
Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
You have to push it really hard!
Papers on the boss's
And at the
desk,
same time...
books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its
I swear there's like
purpose be?
another...
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
What? This guy's mad at me.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I really want to play this one scary game with you guys, actually. It's one of my favorites. Hold on. It's called Layers of Fear. It is so good. Even better than like what is it called? Outlast? I kind of want to play Outlast and Layers of Fear. Those 2 games are so good. At least in like how tense it gets. Like
Stanley walked
Layers of
straight
Fear.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm okay with that. Let's go, boys.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Do I actually though? I don't remember if I do. Ah! I do. Layers of Fear is fun. I think I'm gonna do that when I come back on Thursday. I think I'm gonna play that. I think I'm gonna play Layers of Fear. Ah!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger
I'm
picture.
scared.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh!
Stanley.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It was a joke. It was a joke. Please, please, please. Ah!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body.
Let me down.
killing him
Let me down.
instantly.
Come on. Woo! Yeah.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as
Really?
ever.
You think I should play
What
Forest?
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes, I do. Whoever made this game was a fucking genius. Hey, I'll ask him. I mean, we're gonna be in a car together for like the next 6 hours. And we're probably spending the night in his car too. Go figure. What the fuck? I like this ending.
They're throwing a surprise party for him.
There's some of those that I really like listening to. But I'll talk to Max about playing The Forest. I know that him and I are gonna play Portal together, and I'm gonna stream it. Like I think we're doing that pretty soon.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
And do it.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
I want out.
And press quit.
I want out.
There's no other way to beat this game.
Oh,
So
fuck.
as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's
Oh,
path.
please.
Stop now and it'll be your own
Ah!
true choice. Let everything
Ah!
choose it.
No, 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 no.
Choose for you.
Ah! And that, ladies and gentlemen, stops the stream. There's nothing else in the game. You've heard the lady, she killed me. And as much as we could play this game forever, the bitch killed me. There's nothing we can do. The game's forever over. I could sit here for days waiting for this game to start back up. And it won't. It's the saddest thing in the world. But please like, subscribe, and it seriously won't start ever again. It's so dumb. Look at this shit. I can't. I'm serious. The game's still on. See? I can press anything. But that's it. That's the game. And when you go through that ending and break it just a little bit on the museum ending, you're done. I fucking love it. I'm probably gonna play more of this next stream. But so we have the forest. I'm probably gonna play Portal with Max, like I said. And then next week I am coming out with another video. Or this week, actually. I'm probably just gonna watch the shows while I'm out today, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and set up my Discord, send out my Discord again, in chat. So if you haven't joined, please do. It's my Discord. Last but not least, you all have a great day, and I hope that all of you are doing well today, and I hope you all have a great night too, because I know a lot of you are going to bed. All right, see you boys later. I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming Thursday. All right, bye bye.